It says I'm live. An error where a moment try again. Go live. Go alive. Oh, it says I'm live. An error occurred. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's do this again. Something is wrong here, I think. It says I'm live. My friends, hello and hello, hello, hello. How many hellos? And welcome. Welcome to Biz with Joy. Grow your business in style. Leaders leaving legacies. I am Joy Ruffen, and my work with you is as a leadership and style consultant. Before I go any further, let me say that the beginning here was kind of because we had the most horrific rainstorm here in Florida. And then we've had, and I don't know how long, we have rainstorms all the time, and there's always something wrong with the electrical outlets and the Wi-Fi and all of that stuff. But today it was horrific. So I'm just saying a prayer that we're here and we're back on and we're alive, even though it was difficult getting on this time. So let me just start over and say again, it's always good when you're here. This is Biz to Biz with Joy. My work is as a leadership and style consultant, a signature style specialist, speaker, executive producer, TV host, and podcaster. And one of the things that really is enjoyable to me is to come and greet and meet with you every Tuesday and Wednesday night. And tonight, well, we're going to be talking about how to completely change. I bet you said, what? Getting smart with your energy. I spoke a wee bit about it not too long ago, but I'm going to take it a wee bit further today because we're all energy. It's all about energy. And again, thank you for your patience. Thank you for being here. I'm hoping that this computes. It said that it was okay. It came in with 3 or 4 signals, live, not working, blah, blah, blah. I guess you all know by now I'm not a techie, but I do love this stuff. And I never, ever give up. That said, one of the things that I'm doing here and now, while I'm in the process of tweaking, which has been going on for quite a while, I know, I'm starting off with quotes because my love and my passion and my deep dive into the appreciation for quotes, all of them, every range, every strata is never ending. And so I thought to give it a little bit of pizzazz, I would start with you with quotes because I love them and they tie in and they relate to the title, the conversation that I'm going to be having with you today. How to completely change what? How to change getting smart with our energy, because that's what it's all about. We are energy. So let me start off with this one. And I think I mentioned this one the other day, but it was good enough to bring back again because it computes. Energy and persistence conquers all things. Isn't that true? I think so. I don't think so. I know so. And I bet you do as well. And the other one that connects and relates to that is that this one is it's very simplistic. And I like bringing you the extremely simplistic ones because when it gets too contrived and convoluted and it takes away the meat and potatoes of it. So this one you have to think about a wee bit, but it has so much merit. The profundity is there. Hoping drains your energy. Action creates energy. Robert Kiyosaki. I think that's pretty interesting. It says a lot. Because there is that saying, let's keep hope alive, and you can't do much without it. You got to have hope, faith, belief, and whatever it is that you're about. Yet, you want to make sure that you're implementing, putting into action a lot of what you're about. One of the expressions that was said to me in the beginning when I started turning the hobby into a business, it was said to me by almost every individual that I worked with, regardless of whether it was business or marketing or advertising or social media. And they would say, not so much all the time to me, it was to the group, but I took it to heart because I knew that it related to me. Stop getting ready to get ready. You're getting ready to get ready. Implement, action, move, do. So I thought that was more than interesting. And it really is. And may I share with you that here and now, in this time period that we're all in, regardless to what level or strata or circle, group, tribe that you're in, it's really about soul searching time. because we are all about leadership here. Leadership at its highest vibration. We have a lot of people, and there is no knocking, but you have to be aware, awake, so that you can see and feel the vibe, which is not oftentimes healthy. And you want to make sure that it is the best for you, because there are an awful lot of leaders in every circle, every business, entrepreneurial, corporate, however it plays out, who are not genuine, not real, and not truly invested. And that's for you to decipher. But you have to get to know and be a little bit more discerning about the people that you're connecting with. And I say that because we are now beginning to get into the knowing about our wisdom, ourselves, and everyone has it. To what degree and what level, that's the journey that you're on. So because we are all energy, you want to get to know what is that calling, that mission, that purpose within you that wants to really blossom so that you can be about what you're here to be about. And you see, this is what's been missing for many of us. We have to discover for ourselves what we are here to do. How are we going to do it to impact the people that we are here to serve? And every little circle, every little group, community has its own needs. And those needs are varied. And that's why you need the group, the community, because everybody comes to the table, to the group, to the meeting with their expertise, with their knowledge and their knowing. And it's shared. The copy, competing, and the mirror, everything that you see someone else doing, that means that you've not really put together what you need to do. It's all right to look and to see and say, I like that. But whatever it is, make it yours. Just like here with the quotes, a lot of people do it in different ways. Make whatever and however you do it relate to you. The secret of this is another one that connects to what we're talking about today, getting smart with your energy. And that's about something that, let me just read it to you and then you'll understand what it means. The secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Now, words are major. Most of you who know me, you know that in my small fashion, because of all of the learning disabilities that are within me that I erased at this time in life, I'm a wordsmith. Love words just because of the expression that they're able to give you to connect and relate. I love the way he put this because for me, it's always been way before I was even aware of this hunger to be able to do this, to blend a lot of the old with much of the new. Because both of these segments have much that we can discard, that we can put aside, that we can throw away. Much of the old, it's gone. Not coming back. And a lot of the new, you've heard me say it, and I say it all the time. I say it in love. I speak in love. Sometimes it might appear that way, but it really is. It's pure dreck, a lot of it. So you have to be more discerning. We have to be more discerning about what we're taking in and how we're taking it in. And one prime example, and I'm not going to go there today, I'm not going to speak to it, is AI, which is very, very scary for a lot of people and very, very exciting, fascinating for a lot of other people. Your decision is what is it going to be for you and how are you going to implement it? Because there's much of it that's it's questionable. But most new things, when they start out, they are. It's up to us to decipher whether or not it's going to work for us. So when Einstein said the secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, that's the way that he put that. I think that's brilliant. That's genius. but on building the new. Because he's not saying throw out the baby with the water. He's saying without saying, maintain some of the old that's foundational, that's basic, that we need, but segue over and embrace a lot of the new that you can merge, meld, and blend into the old. That's what we're all here to do, no matter what generation you're in. Because the reality is, we need both. That's why, since the beginning of time, that's why we have generations. That's why we have the young, the middle, and the mature, or the elder, whichever terminology you choose to use. Because each one, the smarter, the wiser, the more intelligent, the more wisdom they bring to the table, the more they are accepting, embracing, and loving of the other two. If you're young, the middle, and the old. If you're elder, the middle and the young. However it plays out. And the middle, well, the middle is the middle. It can go either, and most times it does. But that's our decision to make. If you're going to just completely, which somewhat is what's happened with our energy, which is really what we're all about. Today, hubby said to me, I don't really understand. I'm not getting all this transgender stuff, because they're talking about the men who want to be women, the women who want to, the girls, the young ladies, however you want to say it, who want to be men, want to play the sports and so on, because he's a big sports fan. Where do we draw the line? The same question was being asked. I'm only speaking to this because I'm talking about energy today, which it changes forms, but it's still energy, right? I'm only saying this because and I have, without question, and no disrespectful remarks or understanding, I have a deep appreciation and understanding, because I had both in my family on both sides. Meaning the terminology back in the day was homosexual or gay. And I'm not going to go there, but I'm saying this to say that the same thing applies to marriage. When the whole big brouhaha came out about why can't they marry, the they people. It ought to be, but does it need another name? And that's been a conversation since it began, and it will continue. Who's going to make that decision? I think it's your decision to make. It's my decision to make. I've already decided how I see it, but that's for me. I'm not going to weigh in on disrupting what other people want, because I already have decided what's best for me. And I think that's what we all have to do in our fashion, without throwing dispersions towards somebody else who thinks differently. And I'm only bringing that up because we are energy, and energy, this will blow you away, but most of you already know this. It doesn't really have a sex. It's not male or female. It's just energy. And whatever your belief might be, when we get to the other, whatever the other might be, well, you're going to find a whole different way of communicating and connecting. That's why the people who say and abide by love, the one universal cry for everyone. Love is love. And that's why for me, whether it's two men or two women or whatever, however, as long as they're not endangering or hurting or harming anyone else, why not? It's love. And so in that, I'm saying that to say that energy has no form. It changes all the time. It takes on its body. It's this thing we call a vessel, a temple, and it changes, I guess, depending on which galaxy you're in. I hope you have a sense of humor. If you don't have a sense of humor, I don't think you belong here, because you have to be able to laugh at some of this stuff, because we are going through such a soul searching, deep probing sense of getting to know who we are. And that means that we really have to get to know and love ourselves. Because what he said is that energy cannot be created or destroyed. It just changes form. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand that. That was said by Rhonda Bryans. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can just change form. The depth of some of these simplistic, beautiful quotes, it blows me away. Our soul's desire is hungering to wake up. It's hungry to wake up. And that's for everyone. And everyone's approaching it in their style, their way, the technique or manner that works best for them. But what we all have to do is be open to not knocking someone else as they evolve, grow, and develop to where they need to be. Your assignment is just to be the best of you. You know, what was it? Who somebody said it belongs to the army, the best of the best. Well, it belongs to everybody. It's time to step away from, yeah, it's all right. It's okay. And it really, this is so hard for so many people to believe and to take in. And I understand it. It's so hard because it's really not about your faith or your belief. It's all about how you bring into the fold your energy and your purpose for being here. And we need to know that. We need to know why we're here. We are all energy. I always leave something up here on the computer that I don't need. We need to know, how do we get to it? How do we discover what we're here to do and how we are to be while here and what we are to offer, to serve, to be of service to others? It is a journey. It's a climb. And here's a quote that I don't know where I read this. It wasn't so much a quote. It was like a little saying. And in that, for me, the love of alliteration is just embedded in me somewhere. I always tend to go here because it just makes sense when it comes to us making the changes that are required and doing what we need to do. And it goes like this: start from nothing. Start from nothing. You might feel that way, yet it's not so. You might feel that you're initiating, you're beginning something, and you're completely confused or not sure and not absolutely definite about it. Oftentimes, not all the time. Sometimes you kind of know. That depends. And it says, stop for nothing. This is the one that appeals. You have everything that you need. When you begin to probe and go inside and listen to that inner voice, that soul searching going inside, which we all have to do, you have everything you need. And it says, stick to the source. The source is you. Now, some people believe, and I'm not knocking it, I've been there, done that it has a name. And it does. But that name is going to be different for everyone. Your inner voice, that voice that comes up from inside, connected to the heart and soul, that inner voice that when you're in your moments of quiet and meditating, it speaks to you. And it has all the answers you need. We are all here to rise to our highest vibration. There's no getting around that. Otherwise, you are just here existing. A lot of people are doing that. But you're in leadership. That's not for you. And you're not going to knock, belittle, or deny the ones who are not quite there yet. You've heard me say, I'm saying it again, love the word yet. That means that sooner or later, when it's time for them, it will happen. But for now, you might be calling on whoever, I love the word she, your higher source being supreme power, your highest authority, whatever that means to you. It'll be different for everyone. The secret is knowing, embracing, and accepting as you begin to grow into who you are here to be, that you are the magic bullet. You have it. The Holy Grail is within you and the secret sauce. But it takes a while to discover it. It does. It doesn't just bounce up and greet you and say, hello, I'm here. Take advantage of me. It just doesn't do that. your assignment and mine, everything that I relate to you, I'm relating it right back to me, conveying it right back to me. It means that you are here to serve and to shine in the serving of those that you're here to serve. And we can't forget that we are part of this huge collective. You're in leadership and you're here to gather your group, your tribe in a circle that needs to be with you and you need them. But you're not here to have a sense of entitlement and feel that you are different, but you know better. And once you begin to feel that, then it's time to hang it up. And unfortunately, most people aren't going to hang it up. They continue. And never forget that the devil, whoever and whatever that means to you, it is in the details. And the detail is the getting to know and the loving completely and solely of you, everything about you. I have put here, and I didn't put here. Woohoo, I forgot because all of this disruption with this rainstorm was really something here. I didn't put up my link here, but just take a screenshot or a snapshot. And if you are not a member of my Leading Ladies Leaving Legacies, do join the group. We are looking for leaders. We are looking for women who are in the process, if they're not already there, almost, because we don't really get there completely, of who they are. You belong in this group. And then get in there and connect and relate to all the other women who are there. And if you're here for the first time, if you've been here before, share out the video. Sharing is love. And here is a link. This is part of something that I'm collaborating with someone now that I absolutely celebrate, applaud, because of the monumental work that she's done. One of the things that I've discovered in the time that I've been transitioning myself is that so many of us, and I was among them at one time and still am to an extent, we are clueless about who we really are. This gives you one of the best insights. Doesn't matter what your faith or your belief might be, it's safe. There's nothing there that's going to harm or hurt you. If you're a zealot and you're gung-ho like some of the people can be once they transition to something new, then that's understood. But if you're open and you want to get a real good handle and insight into you and who you are and why you're here and what your design is, why, who, you won't find better than this. So take a screenshot or a snapshot. I think we redesigned the cover, but you'll see what it is. There is nothing to take the book and go through it, and it might appeal to you and it might not. But let me tell you why I decided to align with this beautiful young lady. Was because she's all about family. And for me, it's always been about family, relationships, and community. And no matter what business you're in, however, whatever umbrella, corporate or entrepreneurial, those three matter. And they all ought to be intertwined with what you're doing. For me, it's all about building good, healthy relationships. And I bet it is for you as well. But I'm thinking about our younger generation. When I read, a little over a year ago, and I was at some seminar meeting where they were saying that the suicide rate among our young kids was the highest it's ever been. That stunned me. And it hurt. And I'm not a very demonstrative person. And it hurt because I remembered my upbringing. And most every home environment and every upbringing, even when it's supposed to be ideal, it has stuff. It has issues that our young people have to deal with. And as much as the two parents, if it is a two-parent household, if it's there are all kinds of issues that can come up. So it's nice to give a young kid a booklet that showcases the potential and the possibilities that are waiting for them. I'm putting together a list of young kids that I love and adore, that I know, either their parents or through, that I can give this book to, because it's that powerful. And I have a friend that I'm going to be working with soon. But in the meantime, let me leave that at that, because I get carried away. Let me also say that every Monday going forward now, I'm going to be doing Joyful Mondays on my Facebook Live, on my personal profile page. And for all of you who are friends there, join me whenever you can. I'm still exploring ways to get more and more people to come in. This activity that we're all involved in because of technology that most of us really love, and it is a mild addiction, it's hard to break away sometimes, no matter how interesting and mesmerizing and captivating the people might be. And I'm not making an excuse, but I know for me, it's hard to tune into a lot of people that I adore, that I celebrate and praise, to get to listen to what they're doing. So I understand it, and I'm not making excuses for it. But even so, make sure that however you can do it, sign up. And this is my Facebook business page, and this is a group that I'd like for you to join. So take a screenshot or a snapshot and go there. There's a wonderful, fabulous group of women there, all unique, different, and wholesome, I hope. And you'll be able to connect and meet with them. And I'm bringing to you some of the most dynamic, fascinating women who are all about what you and I are about, which is growing into our best self so that we can serve those who need us. The universe is calling for leaders. It's enough of this just wandering around and just doing something to do it with no heart and soul connected to it. That's why the soul searching time, because of the pandemic, really brought it home. It's time to rise, climb, soar into the highest vibration that you can get to so that you can serve the people who need you. And so many, I need a lot of people. I don't have any reservations about that. A friend of mine said to me today, Joy, blah, blah, she was telling me, giving me a critique on something. And she said, do you mind if I said, no, I don't have any shame. I ought to have, but I'm always wanting to be better and to get to be excellent at it, to be the expert at what I do. And she said, well, it was really great, but here's some things that you could tweak. Can we Zoom? And I said, you betcha we can. Because how do you grow? Because if people are just yesing you all the time and telling you how great you are and it was good, and they don't share with you some things that can make it better, how do you grow? Because most of us, we really, truly don't see ourselves. We see what we choose to see, even as we evolve and start to climb into that highest vibration. And sometimes we're so active that we just overlook things. That's why you need other people that you care about and who care about you around you, because they lovingly will share with you what you might be missing. And it's all energy. Let's get back to getting smart with energy. And let me just end with this, because this was meaningful for me and I want it to be impactful for you. We are all about leadership here at its highest vibration. And so many of these people are so iconic. But one of the reasons that I love the word legacy, leading ladies, leaving legacies, is my group. Here's Biz to Biz, leaders leaving legacies, is because you can become, when you align yourself with doing all that you can and rising to your highest vibration, you can be an iconic legend too. You don't have to be a football player, a basketball, or a Hollywood star. You are your own celebrity. The people who are in your circle, group, or tribe, they won't let you disappear. You will be embodied in their memories, because you love them and they love you, and that's just how it's meant to be. So when Einstein said the secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, which so many people today are doing, and I'm saying this in love, a lot of the old, we need to throw it out. It's outdated, it's out of fashion, and all of the other out ofs. But on building the new. And the same for the new. A lot of the new, you kind of question. Be mindful. It's your decision. How to completely change what? Getting smart with your energy. That was the cry for us today. That's what came to me. And my friends, it's all going to take a lot of you. And I leave you with this, because I always run over and I look and I say, whoops, time is gone. Much, much love from my heart to your heart. You be and stay well. Look after you first so you can look after many, many others. And much love. Embrace it. It's authentic, my buzzword. All the best. Much love. See you tomorrow night. Cheers.